Hi everybody, welcome back to Michelle James Designs, welcome to my channel, and welcome to my blog at michellejdesigns.com. Today I'm working on this map project, and it's a kindness project, and I just love these kind of things. We started with a glass tile. This is a glass tile. My husband works at an architectural firm and he brings these samples home. So I think what it is a glass tile. And what I wanted to do, it's 12 by 12, so I wanted to use map and create a heart. So I am going to cut this heart out of my Cricut. So I'm just cutting out of the map a 12 by 12 piece of paper basically. And this is what I cut on the Cricut. So I just used the shape tool within the Cricut design space and then cut out this heart from the map. And it turned out really nice, and it was just the perfect size, so you just kind of have to tweak it a little bit. So here's my glass tile. I'm going to work on the back. There is one little, you can see it up in the upper left corner there. It's like a kind of a frosted logo. So I wanted to cover that, make sure that was on the back. So I'm using my Mod Podge or decoupage glue. And I am going to decoupage this heart onto the back of this glass tile. So I'm using a large, a sponge brush, and that way I can cover more area at once. So I'm just going to put this all over the back of the tile. I like to smooth out my brush strokes a little bit and make sure it's nice and covered and it's a generous amount. You don't want it to be too thin. And then I'm just placing this front side down so it shows through to the other side. This is the back of the tile that I'm working on. I'm just going to try to make it nice and flat and have no bubbles or creases. The map has some folds in it. It's a pretty old California map, so those are still there, but I got most of them out. And so now I'm just covering this map with the Mod Podge again, and then I'm just going to let it dry. While it's drying, I'm going to cut out my design that's going to go on the front. So I love this. In a world where you can be anything, be kind. And right now in our world, a little reminder, anywhere you can see something like this, in an office, in a home, I think is a good idea. So I used Arial font for the print, and I used Queenland font for the script, the B kind. I like to get my fonts at fontbundles.net, and I believe that's where I got Queenland. Now the world sign in the O of world was a free design in Cricut. So if you go into Cricut and you click on the add an item or something like that, then add an image, it'll take you there. After I got it cut out on black matte vinyl, this is what I did to weed it. I didn't want to weed all that out of there, so I didn't cut all the way through to the backing, but I cut lines across each row so I could take one row of vinyl off at a time for the weeding. That makes it much more manageable when you're removing that background. So this is what I ended up with, and I was really careful with the little tiny little world, those little squares in there. I had to just be careful and go slow and get those out. But it turned out really nice. Of course, you want to size everything in the Cricut design space. And with the Be Kind, I did have to kind of squish my words together, less space between the letters is what I meant. And so once you get it perfect, then you get it cut out. And I really like the way it turned out. I like that it's lined up on the right side. And then I put the transfer tape over the top of the whole design, and Now, and I've also, you could barely see it, but I frosted with paint, a spray can, that frosted spray paint on the back of this. So now I want to line up my design, and I was really worried that I wasn't going to get it straight, so I had to hold it up and look at it, but I think it looks really nice. I think I got it just right. And once I got it just right, then you can peel off that transfer paper, and voila, you have your design, and I think it turned out really pretty. So the edges of this, you can't really see them, but they're kind of jaggedy, and it's like caulking almost, you know, when you put on your windows or something. So my husband helped me, and he did this on his own, so I didn't really get I didn't get any video of it, so I just took some pictures, and this was a bad one at that. But he cut some strips the size of the width, and then he used this Bondic glue, and I'll put a link to this in the description. It's an Amazon product, I believe, is where he got that. But he cut these strips of, we like to use this PVC ceiling tile, and they come in 24 by 24 squares, and we cut them to whatever size we want. Once he cut the sizes for me, he sanded them a little bit, and then he used this glue. It's like a pen, so you squeeze that black part. I don't even know what it's called. It's like a pen. So you just squeeze that and the glue comes out. And then you take this light and you shine it over the glue, and it dries it instantly. It's so cool. So he did the corners, and then he did a couple of spots on each of the back edges, along the edges. And it's holding very nicely. I think if you push too hard or really threw it around or something, it would probably come loose. But it's just a decor, and it really turned out cute. And it's kind of hard to see that white frame, but at least it covers all that gray kind of weird stuff on there, and I think it turned out really nice, and I can't wait. It is going to go in the office when I go back to work. I'm on my 2-week rotation now, working at home, so when I take it back there, it's going to be nice. I work at the court system, and so it'll be a nice reminder for all of us to be kind to each other. I hope you guys like this project. It was super fun, and it was really easy. So thanks so much for watching, and please subscribe. Thanks.